It was a small protest, but a vocal one. 4 people turned up at the Muskrat Falls site yesterday to voice their opposition to the project. Denise Cole was one of those protesters. She's a member of the Friends of the Grand River, and she joins me in the studio this morning. Denise, good morning.
Good morning.
So nice to see you this morning.
Thank you.
So yesterday, you had the chance to protest at Muskrat Falls. Tell us what prompted this whole thing to take place.
I think there's certainly been many of us who are very upset. Throughout, and I can't just say Labradorians, throughout the province, throughout the country, who are upset that this is happening. This is all pre-sanctioned work, and to hear Nalcor say that this is a calculated cost, that it's worth the risk, that's insulting and disrespectful to us as a people. I mean, there was never a chance given to say goodbye to our falls. There was no recognition, no ceremony. Those are sacred grounds. And we're still debating this. So it's sort of like we felt we need to say something. It seems like this is just walking right past us, and this is our chance to stand up one more time.
Now, I was there yesterday afternoon. I had the chance to see what it was like. Now, I heard that a lot of people were saying, there's areas clear-cut, but until you go out there, you really don't realize how different it looks. There's bits and pieces of this walking trail, but most of it really is just gone.
Well, I say our ancestors wore that trail themselves with their own feet for hundreds of years. That a machine came in from somebody from away and tore up in 20 minutes. It's really brutalized. There's no signage up saying what exactly is happening. We just see poles going up. We see contractors and trucks from away who are in there doing the work. So for us, it was kind of like, you didn't even give us a chance. You didn't even show us enough respect. You disrespected Labrador enough in the environmental assessment panel discussions and the reports. And it seems to be anything that says we need to save this project or that this is not economically viable project gets dismissed, gets disregarded, gets ignored. So to say that work is calculated risk, that if it doesn't go ahead, all that damage is worth it to them, certainly is not worth it to us. And it's another slap in the face for every underdog in this province.
So you had a protest yesterday. Now, a lot of tourists out there on the Labor Day long weekend. What was the turnout like? What was it like yesterday?
The numbers were small, but it was also a very impromptu. We had a friend of ours who's a big supporter, Dennis. He was driving up from Port Hope Simpson, and he said, I'm going to go up and I'm going to sit up there, he said, and see what's happening. And so we said, you won't sit alone. And we know that that'll keep gaining momentum. We know there's lots of us out there. And this is not about Aboriginal or non-Aboriginal or settler. If you live and love Labrador, or if you're away and you love the land, this is a chance to protect. Like, I see pictures that go global of dams that were stopped in Brazil by people digging up roads by their hands. This is a small village of we should be way ahead of that. So I want to see this go global and viral. I don't think the world knows what's happening, how disrespected that we are being, and how our land is just being taken and torn apart for a project that this province will pay out the nose for this project. It's not the best option.
So what do you think is the best option if this doesn't go ahead and they leave it looking the way it does right now?
Well, I mean, some of the damage that's done, they're going to have to, someone will have to be held accountable for that. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, you go through a lot of areas where there's what they call untouched interior, but it's just untouched by them. So I certainly restoration work, but I don't know how you bring back a trail you've ripped up that's hundreds of years old. But the bigger piece is that our government needs to stop this. Like, how many more experts do you need to say to you that this is not the best project in terms of economics? The taxpayers are going to pay for this. Our electricity rates are going to go up because of this. I don't see any fringe benefits here. And it's not compromisable for us. Like, our rivers are sacred. Our Labrador waters are sacred. They are not for sale, and certainly not for sale for people that don't even live here. These decisions are being made by people who have never walked on those lands, who have never traveled on those rivers. Come down and travel that Churchill River with me. I do it at least once and twice a week. You will not be able to say any longer that this is okay. What's happening here is okay. It's savage and brutal.
It is quite a different look down there these days, isn't it?
And this is just the start. This is just the first river. This is just the first project in many. Labrador has always been looked at as the place that you can take from. Back in Confederation, we were given away as if we didn't have a say, as if we didn't already live here. That's a constant. So for us, it's enough is enough. if you're here and you're passionate, I don't care where you protest from. I don't care how you slow down this project, but it needs to happen. This is our chance to have that voice. So it's, for our kids, for our generations, the same way that trail was destroyed in minutes, we need to preserve what we have left. Labrador is not a dumping ground or a place to take from. We live here, and we love it here.
Thanks so much for your time this morning, Denise. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, and certainly I invite people to come out and get involved and speak up and find us, Friends of the Grand River. We're on Facebook as well.
Okay. Denise Cole, like she said, is a member of the Friends of the Grand River, and she protested at Muskrat Falls yesterday.